Yeah, my name is Micael. I'm the Global Director for Education and Life Skills at the Global Center. You know, I've already been doing something like golf, so I've been thinking this week how to sort of mesh it with what I've been doing. And it's a little unusual probably, but I actually do have goals for health, for finances, for friendships, for work, and I've recorded those on a CD. And before I go to bed at night, I play that for half an hour as a way of kind of just every day training my mind to think about what I care about the most. But then and I think for all of you who are in leadership roles, it's probably similar, as the better you do your job, the more it grows and the more it expands. And so now the number of direct reports is multiplying this year. And I'm trying to think, how is it going to be possible to keep up with that? And so golf for me, I'm thinking if I do this myself and do this with my direct reports and they're able to do it with theirs, maybe you can manage with more direct reports than an ideal management structure would allow. Ideally it's only supposed to be 3. 5 maybe, up to 5, but once it gets more than that, you really can't stay in touch with everybody. And my philosophy has always been, you want people to flower and grow toward who they are to become and what their skills are. So even if I have a volunteer or an intern and I want them to do something, at the same time you want their personal growth and development to be going at the same time. So I'm always looking for as much overlap as possible, but knowing that you'll need to give them some time and some space to move toward what's their inborn vision and dream, rather than just fulfilling my expectations. So this does that quite nicely because of the personal track and the work track. And because, I was going to give this to Richard, because I don't think he's had a chance to really see how we do our performance reviews very well. So I think the GUL system fits very nicely, or can fit very nicely, with our performance review style, our work objectives, and our personal development objectives. I actually tried this year. So on the personal development side, on the learning objectives, I couched them in terms of the 5 life skill categories, so that I'm working on them, and if I'm working on them, and then seeing to what degree that would make sense with my direct reports as we move down the GUL track to people at the community level who are trying to teach life skills. Because if we're not all doing it and we're not all practicing it, there's no way to go to a college to train in applied life skills. It has to be applied in your life. It has to be action learning. So I'm filled with anticipation about how this might work. And then in the area of, I've talked a lot about that 5th essential life skill, where you find your strength, your calling, your capabilities, how they can best contribute to something bigger. For me, I think that I'm just so passionate about the 4 R's, reciprocity, respect, relationship, and responsibility. And my whole life journey has been one of surprises and ahas about the value of engaging with people unlike me and seeing room for growth in dialogue with them. And I told you I wanted to write this book as well, and it kind of never gets, there's patches of it here and there, and it hasn't really gotten pulled together. So one of the things that I'm thinking about doing with the GUL track is for my personal self, get a draft of that done this year. But do it in a way that, I always have occasions like this where we're talking about the essential life skills and the ways to embed them in our lives so that we can pass these on to kids in our communities. So when I have those opportunities and I tell one of the stories that are going to go in the book, because the book's going to be a series of stories, drawing from life experience, and prepare for, you're going to get up and talk, so you can prepare for that and think about it, and flesh it out a little bit in anticipation, and kind of develop them in the course of doing my other responsibilities, that maybe I can meet my personal goal as well.